Hi everyone, this is Angel from 17 Angel Springs, and today, for fun, I'm just going to rank unordinary characters on this tier list. Just for fun, nothing too deep. And I just like unordinary. Uri-chan, and thank you for this amazing and wonderful comic. Okay, so I'll just go over how I'm going to rank them and what these letters mean, even though I'm sure most of you who are watching this have a general sense of what the letters usually mean. But if you don't, then here they are. Okay, so C, I'm gonna call it average. These are for the characters where I don't really feel one way or another. Like, I don't like him and I don't dislike them, and then you have the three levels of like, which S being absolute god tier characters, and I don't mean in abilities, but for being a good likable character. Or they, and by good, they don't have to necessarily be morally good. They just, to me, that just means interesting. Like, very interesting. And then on the opposite end, we have F, where I just don't like him and would personally feel that the series would suffer less without these characters, which is highly unlikely for these characters. Just saying. Alright, so I'm just gonna go in the order that they provide us here, and we're gonna start off strong. And okay, we got Keon. He's that guy who, quote unquote, fixed John, and if you're like me and have consumed enough psychological fiction, then you know that fixing someone is hardly ever a good thing. And what do you know? It turns out, based on John's flashbacks, he was cruel and abusive towards John to the point where he was afraid of using his own powers, and that just makes me sad for John. So anyway, in terms of character quality, yeah, he's an interesting dude, but he gives me like O'Brien vibes, like O'Brien from 1984, because Room 101 and all that. And so, well, the whole point of his character is to make him hateable, or at least I think that's the intention. I mean, that has to be the intention. There's no way. No way it can't be. So I'm just gonna put him in D because he's certainly cruel and unkind and doesn't have that compassion to actually fix, quote unquote, fix his clients in a way that doesn't permanently damage them. But he's still an interesting character, and I want to know more. I would like to know more. And then up next, we have Layla, who I'm gonna put in B tier because I think she's likable from the start. She's cute, and I think her relationship with Dr. Darren is pretty cute. But she's only appeared like officially and not just in a photo frame or anything for one episode. So I'd be sad if it turned out she was working on some evil exploitive project, but hopefully that's not the case, and what she's doing is good. I mean, she works for Zetasci, which is an ability researching company, which honestly we don't know much about, so that company could go either way on the morality spectrum or be totally somewhere in the middle. That's possible too. And then we have Adrian, like one of John's old friends, if they're still even friends, from New Boston High School, and he doesn't appear that much. I mean, he's kind of a real MVP for telling John that Claire is planning an uprising against him, and then John beat Adrian up for supposedly lying after, even though it was true. So yeah, I think I'll put him in the B tier too, because we don't know that much about him, but I wouldn't mind knowing more. I wouldn't mind. Not at all. And then we have William. Okay, he is like instant S tier. He is best dad, good father to John. Like, I don't know if that needs much explaining. Hey, where'd my other ones go? Why? What happened? Oh my god. Like, okay, I'm just gonna stop recording and figure out what went wrong. Okay, hi, so I'm back and I figured out the issue. So, for some reason, most of the images didn't show up, so I collected them all back again and had to swap out a few, and voila, now they're here. Alright, so to continue, we're gonna go with Arlo. King of Wellston, makes some good arguments sometimes, and he definitely regrets the shit he's done to John at this point, so A plus for character development. And because of that, I think, we'll put him here. Pretty good. And then next up we have Blake, who can shoot lasers. He's pretty cool, but he doesn't quite interest me as much as Arlo or John or like William, as well as like probably several other characters. I don't know, he's the kind where I really don't care too much about seeing more of him, but he's a cool guy, so we can put him in B. Okay, and now we have Cecile, and oh my gosh, she's so hot, and I swear if I could pick like one Uno character to marry, well, even if I could pick multiple Uno characters to marry, like, I think I'd go with Cecile because she is hot and like kind of evil, but that just makes her even hotter. Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm saying, so I think we're gonna automatically put her in A tier. And it's not like she's not an interesting character. Like, she's definitely an interesting one. Cecile, please DM me. Okay. Alright, before I go off on a thirsting tangent about Cecile, okay, let's move on to Terrence. So I decided to put him in here because he's starting to become more important now as of these recent chapters, and because he's being brought up now, I think we'll put him in B tier because I like to know more about who this kid is and what he does. Like, is he actually hiding his ability? Because I believe, like, it's stated in the last chapter that invisibility is a rare ability. I think it is. I'll have to go check. So it just makes him very suspicious. And then, yeah. Okay, and then up next we have Darren. Darren Darren's a cool guy. Even though he's kind of angry and frustrated a lot of times. I mean, I understand that. Like, I'm sure being a school nurse in school full of kids who beat up each other all the time, and especially in your one regular client is constantly getting himself beaten up, constantly getting into fights without retaliating, then I'm sure that's infuriating to deal with. And, like, by the way, I wish all those working on the front line fighting the coronavirus to stay safe and healthy. You are doing amazing work. Okay, and then for that, Darren is gonna go, I think, in the B tier, because I like him, but not strongly. At least, not yet. Alright, and then next up, we have Elaine. Okay, she's cute too, but she's, like, kind of mean, and, like, not mean in the way I like. I don't know. So, I don't know whether I like her or I don't. So, she can go in C tier for now. I mean, she hasn't really developed much in character, and I don't really feel strongly about her developing character. Like, it would be nice, but I just don't expect it to happen anytime soon, and, I can wait for it. And then next up, we have Evie, the Uno cinnamon roll. And, like, she's adorable, precious, and I want to protect her. But I think I'll be honest here. This might anger the Evie stands, but I think, we'll put her in B because I like her, but I don't see her as particularly amazing just yet. Not yet. And then we have the headmaster, Vong or Vogan. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. And I mean, he's an interesting dude because he wants to protect his students from outside forces, at least. But then yet doesn't really stop them from destroying themselves. Although there are some theories out there that his ability is some sort of clairvoyance thing, and then he can, or like something like that, not like Claire's kind of clairvoyance, but he can see like best possible outcomes or something. I don't know if I'll run into that theory again. So maybe like that's just what he's doing. Like the best possible outcome is to let the students handle it for themselves. We'll have to wait and see. I'd like to know more about this guy. Alright, and then up next we have Eisen. Eisen. I think like it's Eisen. Yeah. Okay, Eisen is a really like funny dude. He's relatable, so relatable. Like, he has so many funny moments. It's unbelievable. It can just be unbelievably comedic, and I think, he is supposed to be the comedic relief. And Let's see, I don't know whether to put him in S tier or A tier, because this is a difficult decision. Because S tier is like top of the top. I know, okay, I'll just put him in A for now and see if, like, I'll change my mind later, because S tier is like, oh my god, I really cannot wait to see this character again. Like William. Like, okay, for William at least, it's been a good long while. I think it's been years since he has appeared again, and oh my god, he's gonna look so good in, like, Uru's current style. And then next we have John, and okay, just like put him right in the A range and tell you why, even though, no, of course I have to explain why. Like, even though the fandom is so split on John right now, I am obviously in the half of the fandom that's like, hell yeah, John's a good character. I mean, that's because he's one of the most interesting, morally gray characters. And, would love to get back to how things are progressing on his end, once the whole Terrence thing is getting going in the current arc. But I can wait, because I want to see this Terrence mystery getting answers. Also, by the way, I decided to look up the definition of a Byronic hero for fun, and holy shit, John just, like, fit the criteria to a T. Like, he is male, even though, of course, like, there are Byronic hero female characters too. He's like dark, dangerous, and like kind of stubborn. And like, I can put a link in the description to the article I found. It's like scarily accurate. I don't know if Uru designed him with this exact archetype in mind, but I wouldn't be surprised. He just fits. And then, alright, here's Keen, the security guard. And I think, I don't really feel one way or another towards him. He's just a security guard, and he's there, and what else? What else can I say? Okay, and then next we have Nadia, who is that truth seer working under Keon, and like obviously she's like up to about as no good as Keon, maybe less, because like she's just working under him, but still, I'm gonna put her in E tier because I really am not that much interested in learning about her or seeing her again, at least not for now. Not for now this time. And then, okay, we have Ray. Cool dude. He tried to bring peace to Wellston High School, although it fell apart once he left. And then he died at the hands of Ember while being a superhero, and like that's just sad. Can't wait to learn more about him. Might be hiding some more secrets and plot twist. And then he has that friend, Kuyo, who made an appearance. I can't remember which chapter it was, but it was one of the more recent ones. And I want to know what that Kuyo guy is up to and how Ray is connected to all this. Okay, and we have Remy over here. Okay, she's cute, and would I marry her? Maybe. Yeah, I think I lied about Cecile being the only Uno girl I would marry. I think. Like, Cecile is definitely number one, but, like, Remy would be good waifu material. Okay, besides that, she is you know, she's an alright character. I'm not super invested in her personally, and in general, I wasn't really a fan of the X-Ray arc, because I don't know, it had some entertainment value, but it didn't have the same solid entertainment value as, the whole Joker thing and John's slowly degrading mental health. Like, personally, that's just more interesting to me. And I think, like, that's just me. Although, many others might feel the same way too. So, B. Man, I'm putting a lot of characters in the B tier. Okay, so we have Vulcan, and she's that sexy drug dealer lady. Would not would not marry her. She's like too evil for my taste. Too despicable. But like can't wait to see what's under that mask if Uru ever reveals what she's like under that mask. I bet she's like even prettier and hotter under it. Okay, and I mean, what are the chances of her appearing again? I mean, she seems important, so she might come back and, I'd be interested. I kind of like her. I'm interested. I'd like to know who she is really. Maybe that might come up as part of the Terrence mystery. They might be connected. I mean, she does deal drugs after all, and the whole superhero arc and Sarah's loss of ability and yada yada yada. Yeah, drugs. Okay, and then next up we have Zeke. I mean, I'm not sure why. I haven't decided to rank him, but he's here. Okay, so Zeke he's just kind of an ass, and I get it's because he's the third strongest of the boys' dormitory at Wellston. But he's kind of just annoying. Leave him alone. Like, leave John alone. And that's what I mean by him. Leave, leave this boy and his degrading mental health alone, please. And I don't see him becoming any more interesting than he already is, and I really don't care about seeing him all again. So, you know, he can go in the F tier. Can fill it up and support all these other characters, even though like the section it looks really unstable. Okay, and then next up we have Claire and okay, like after seeing Claire's new appearance, I felt like kind of conflicted because on one hand I'm like, okay, but she betrayed John, but then on the other hand, anyway, that was supposed to be gay screaming. It's terrible. Okay? I'm sorry. So, Claire, yeah, I kind of just. I mean, she's probably, like, a better human being at this point. And I mean, maybe she wasn't so awful as a human being in the first place. You know? Like, she just betrayed John out of fear, which I guess, that's something that happens. It happens, okay? And then I still kind of feel little ick about her, but she's interesting. I want to know more. End of the story. And then Sarah, oh, I mean, automatic A tier. I'll just like put her next to John. Please, please, please make up soon. I want I want my John and Sarah friendship back. And then, well, yeah, she's A tier, really interesting character, and can't wait to follow her story through this Terrence mystery. And yeah, I think that's it. That's me ranking Uno characters. If you liked this video, please leave a like. Maybe subscribe, and you might get more content like this. But anyway, it's appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you around probably.